Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for you, so if you want to just scroll down and take a look at the description, you'll see all the chapters are there for the collection continuations, and of course, you want to skip ahead for certain parts like clothing and armour, well, it's all provided you there, so go ahead, look at the description, and now let's talk about this situation right here in front of me. I'm well aware SCMM is down, alright? It seems to have exceeded its bandwidth allowance for the month, and it will be back in a few days. So this isn't the end, it's not like gone forever, hopefully, but it's happened before, and well, after a few days, it'll be back like normal. But unfortunately, for this particular video, I won't be able to use it with the, showcasings of collections and whatnot. I can still use the Steam market and whatnot, which of course I will be doing. But yeah, it's down for the foreseeable future, but it should be back up in a few days, alright? So chill out, relax, all is good. Good day, everybody. Hope you're doing alright. It's time for the Rust Workshop Skin Checks. This is the July 8 batch for 2025. Look at the description right now. You'll see at the very top, the collection link is there. You could go for all of these in your own time if you so wish. Or, if you want to listen to the docent tones of Mr. Hedge, as he yaps about, 118 skins? Now, let me just also point this out. If I happen to have missed any skins, I'm very sorry, but there is like a lot. There's always a lot. I can't escape them. Anyway, shall we begin? Shall we talk about deployables? So first up, here we have the Spin to Win spinning wheel. This is the representative of the many other skins we'll be taking a look at today. So throughout the video, I will be insinuating, if you happen to like a skin, you could go ahead and vote yes or no. You could show your support, hint, hint, hint. Now, also just to point out, if you're thinking, oh yes, my vote's definitely going to contribute to this, definitely getting accepted, votes don't actually matter. In the past, Facepunch grew wise to people manipulating that. So at the very least, the skin creators can see it, and they can get a good idea if you happen to like it or not, keeps them nice and motivated. And of course, if you really want to get your word out there, offer us some nice kind words and whatnot, go ahead, comment, say, hey, that looks cool, hey, it looks nice, hey, I can't wait to make my own bandit camp in the server. So go off some nice kind words, keep them nice and motivated, keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. Or if you happen to not like a skin but you know exactly why not offer some constructive feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. You get the idea, and maybe the skin creators will look at your feedback if the skin isn't accepted and incorporate it into a brand new version. Perhaps that brand new version gets accepted. Hey, you helped them out. So, talking specifically about the spinning wheel, we have seen a few of these being submitted as of recent, but I'm surprised it wasn't until now someone actually went ahead and did the wheel. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets accepted. I think it's perfectly fine for what it is. Will Facepunch allow it? I'm surprised they didn't sell that as their own special item. Well, Mr. 38's in your hands. Let's see if it works out nicely. You've got to watch my preview video for the week. Well, you wouldn't know about this, but I messed up 15 times as I was recording it, showcasing a nice insight for all the skins for July 8. I spin that wheel, I finish the video, and it lands on 20. Perfect. Alright. So, again, if you happen to like the skin, feel free to go ahead and show your support. Best of luck to Mr. 38. Let's now move on. Right, we've got some fridges to take a look at, and these just so happen to be collection continuations. First of all, we have Mr. WAGAN, Mr. Wagan's Smouldering Collection making a return with a Smouldering Fridge. Isn't that a bit counterintuitive? Shut up. It's going to smoke my meat. Oh yes, lovely. And everything else. But yeah, it's a nice glow-in-the-dark design, and of course, it matches up perfectly with all the other Smouldering skins, which you can see over to here because there's a collection link provided. And in the past, we've had the wooden door, the small box, the large box, and didn't we have enough one? Yes, we had a sleeping bag being accepted. Now, if you were to go ahead and take a look at the Smouldering collection at the moment, you might notice it's not exactly doing super great. Oh yeah, with a barricade. So we've actually got quite an interesting looking collection of deployables, but they're not exactly holding up super great. That is a bit of a problem, yeah. So you might sit there and say, oh, but Hedge, surely a brand new Fridge might change everything, right? It's been getting more deployables here and there over the past few years, and it didn't really have an impact when those were accepted. So, to be straightforward with you, I don't think this will have a huge impact on the already existing Smouldering collection. Regardless, do you like the design? Do you think that glow-in-the-dark looks pretty funny? Oh look, my house is burning down. Yippee! So, by all means, go ahead, show your support. Best of luck to Mr. WAGN. But, it's not the only fridge this week, is it? No. Neon Fridge has returned. As I said, we were expecting a collection of these. So last week, what do we see? Berries. This week, we've got veggies and meat. So, would you like more meat or veggies? Or maybe both. We'll see. I mean, there was a week where we saw 2 neon garage doors being accepted, so maybe we'll get meat and veg in the same week. We'll see. We'll see. But yes, following the standard neon designs that we've seen in the many neon deplorables. Do you like it? Are you a fan? There's also some transparency on here. Now, if you go on my Twitter, you might be able to see the preview for my my actual stream, and I kind of got up close and looked at these. Yeah, it's nice. It's interesting with the transparency, but the main thing you're going to care about is the fact that it glows in the dark ever so nicely. It's super noticeable, and that is why people appreciate the neon collection. That is why the large boxes are appreciated ever so. Very straightforward and very easy to figure out what's what and where's where. So, Mr. Duck, best of luck to you. But in terms of, hey, is this going to have a massive impact on the neon collection? Well, first of all, this is going to be annoying because I can't. There's many other different types of neon, but it's not going to really have an impact on the large boxes. I doubt it's going to have an impact on the small boxes. I really don't think it's going to have an impact on the lockers or the garage doors. But if we do see like a small collection of these fridges, remembering how the lockers slowly rolled out. When one locker appeared, it sold quite a lot. People liked it. That was the full kit locker. Then the next one was the hazmat locker. When that was accepted, that spiked demand, spiked in price, and that went up ever so nice. All right, and then that one appeared, the road sign, and that went up even higher. That went up a little bit. But as time went on, they did kind of lose interest, and their prices did suffer. They are slowly starting to get back up again. But just to remind all of you, when we had just these 3, when they initially came out, they were doing pretty good. Specifically the first one. So keep an eye out. I'm not sure if they're definitely going to be accepted. We'll see. It's up to Face Punch. But if we do see at least one and then another, that first one is going to have a very fun time. And we've learned from that in the past, all right? So keep an eye out. Looking pretty good. And if you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to Duck. Right then, moving on. Oh, look, another collection continuation. Oh, there's going to be so many chapters today. Modern Military Barricade version 2. Now, modern military, it's all the same. But yes, military collection is pretty big. Now here's the annoying thing. Robstar split up Nuke from modern military because you got Nuke skins in here as well. There you go. Split it up. All right. Anyway, so it's a very large collection, but he's also got Nuke in there. But yes, in terms of all the military skins, this is also going to be annoying because there's like 3 different batches of military skins or skins named with military. So we are well aware of the whole collection of clothing and armour. That's actually made by Robstar, so no need to worry about that. I know that for sure. But like, yeah, that's holding up very nicely. That's doing very good. But in terms of the clothing and the armour and the weapons and the tools, I don't really expect that much. And then in this particular collection, the military collection, not Nuke, we only have a door. And how's that door currently holding up? So I'm looking over to here. It's not that one. It's not that one. No, none of these. It's this one. And technically speaking, I think that should have been a Nuke skin, considering looking at its design. Anyway, that's only 83 cents. This right here, the modern military barricade. I don't think that's going to have a massive impact on it. I don't think it's going to cause the sheep noodle to suddenly become super expensive and whatnot. It would be nice to see more deplorables, and hey, best of luck to Mr. Robstar. But when he started making them, they got turned into Nuke. So it's odd. It's really odd. Why not just turn this into Nuke? I don't know. It's up to him. Yes, we do have a glow-in-the-dark version as well. So that's nice. Stands out nice and pretty. So do you like it? Are you a fan? But do you reckon he should just call it Nuke? Do you reckon he should just call it Nuke? Hey, it's up to him. But yeah, that's it. So is it going to have an impact? I don't think so. But at the very least, you're aware of it. So, okay, pretty cool. Best of luck to you, Mr. Robstar. We'll leave it at that then. Moving on, we have some rugs. So over to here, we have from Mr. Multi-Eye Boris and Mr. Damned In, good turret and bad turret. So both of these glow in the dark. Obviously, they're like warning signs or signs of, yes, we're nice and peaceful, and no, we're going to absolutely destroy you, So, okay, fair enough. I guess a lot of people would appreciate that. And maybe for role-player bases and whatnot, that'd be something that'd be appreciated quite a lot. So feel free to comment below. Do you like this idea? Could you think of another sign they could put up? We'll leave it at that. Best of luck to you too. It's a pretty cool idea. And of course, we have competition. Now this is another green rug. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't think we're going to see another green rug for a while. Face Punch decides. We did just recently have the Ivy rug and it did sell an absurd amount. But we don't tend to see too many green rugs all of a sudden. But then again, it's Face Punch in charge. They'll probably accept that and I'll look silly. Hey, It's not a collection continuation, but let me tell you, something like that probably would go up in price quite nicely. It's got like a nice flowery design for a garden, perhaps. And I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that. So, Mr. Cubist, best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. If you like it, consider showing support for the botanical wall panel. I hope I said that correctly. Botanical. Right. Moving on, we have this batch of furnaces to take a look at. First of all, the Infernal Clown produced by O'Connor. Get a good look at that. It's got like half eye open, half eye closed. All right, cool. Yeah, it does stand out quite nicely. It's a pretty cool looking design. A scary looking face at night time. Yippee! Well, best of luck to you, O'Connor. And your competition this week is from Mr. Shino. We have the nuclear furnace. So just got a whole bunch of pictures. Why not show pictures of your skin? Oh, okay, that looked cool there, the fire. All right, fair enough. Right, so yes, it's got an interesting green, yellowish way. Pretty cool looking design there. Looking pretty sweet. I think people appreciate that. If we didn't need all these pictures. Okay, you could have kept that one. You know, that's cool. But yeah, anyway, cool idea. Best of luck to you, Mr. Shino. And you like it? Consider showing support. Right then, we have one sleeping bag for the week, and it is the training bag. Collection continuation for the training collection. I accidentally clicked that earlier. I'm apologising. Sorry about that, guys. But yes, it's fine. I've got no issue with that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't glow in the dark. There's no mentions of it. It doesn't appear to glow in the dark. It wouldn't really. I mean, you could probably make the white line glow. It's up to them. Anyway, training collection. We've already had this discussion because we currently have the training backpack. Yep, we've got the backpack out at the moment, haven't we? And it's selling quite nicely. And I did say it looks interesting because all the other black backpacks we've had have kind of worked out quite nicely. Looking at this whole collection, I'm sure you're fully well aware we have basically all the clothing and armour pieces. We've got an interesting batch of weapons. But in terms of deployables, as I look around, we ain't got much. As in, we haven't got any. Could this be the beginning of a brand new batch of training skins? A brand new batch of deployables? An interesting little sub-deployable batch? We'll see. I don't think it would be too bad of a consideration. I think people might like that, appreciate it. So, yeah, feel free to go ahead and show support. But in terms of, is that to be accepted with the clothing and armour and the weapons and whatnot got up price? I'm not sure. It might bring a lot more eyes to the collection. But as of now, this is currently holding out quite nicely already. So it's up to you to make that decision. But it would be cool to see. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, all right? Keep an eye on that. But overall, it's already kind of higher price, so maybe it might not be the best thing out of all the skins we'll take a look at this video. So regardless, if you like what you see, consider showing support, and don't ask me later, right? Sorry. Right, moving on. Considering the small box we got accepted this week, I'm not surprised to see more attempts with the likes of this. So Flate and Meeseeks have gone ahead and done another attempt for their vehicle parts box. Nothing wrong with it, perfectly fine. Considering the box we got accepted this week, can't really say no to that, can you? How low can you go? I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying, like, how much transparency can we have? You put a code lock on that. You know what? You know what? Let's go over to here. I've got to show you this picture because once it was brought to my attention, I had to. Oh no! I've left my box unlocked. Now everybody can steal everything that's inside of it. And someone asked, hey, can you put a code lock on it? And then, there you go. So, key lock, Hedge. It's getting a bit silly, but I think people like it. I think they find it funny and they'd like to buy those. So, okay, fair enough. Back over to here. If you approve such a thing, go ahead, show your support. Flate, Meeseeks, you've done nothing wrong. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, it's up to Face Punch. And I've already accepted one, so, alright, we'll see. Best of luck to you two. Now, shopping basket. That's a pretty cool design. Yep. You know what? I'm not actually going to be upset at this. That's actually pretty clever. I am looking forward to Halloween and Christmas because I really am looking forward to the silly ideas we're going to see with like small boxes and large boxes and whatnot. It's going to get pretty goofy, but I really am looking forward to the very interesting creative designs because when it comes to holidays, there tends to be a lot more allowance for silliness. All right, but that right there, for what it is, that's actually pretty funny. Demon, yes, I would like to have a shopping basket. Best of luck to you, good sir. But in terms of creative design with transparency, you've got to give props to Alfreator. They've made a mimic. Now, I call them Boxley. They're a cute little chap. Look at that, yes. Happy little fella. Don't shoot him. I made a little short video of him as well, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, if we're going to see things like that now, I really am looking forward to Halloween for the silliness that we're about to see. All right, so best of luck to you, L3ATAR, and we got to make a big box now, don't you? All right, so big box, Lee. Make it happen. So those are all like the normal small boxes, but over to here, it's the return of a certain interesting collection. So, the last storage collection we saw was Graffiti. Before that, Scientific, and before that, Neon collection. All right? I think the last large box to be accepted, what was it? It must have been 2023, just before 2023. It's been a good few years. Many people have tried to start up their own storage collections, but Facepunch just doesn't want to do them anymore. However, last year, we got that brand new subsection of the Neon small boxes, didn't we? We got about 5 of them. That was nice. Lottie, Ebu, Louise, they've clearly noticed. So if last summer, right, we got all those Neon small boxes, why not Graffiti? Why not? So, all right, fair enough. Let's see if that works out well, guys. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. I don't think it'll have an impact on the Graffiti collection, so let's just go over to here. As you can see, we've got a lovely range of boxes. Yes. A lot of people have been appreciating them as time has gone on. They've got some very nice, cool, stylish designs for all the logos for each box. Drop box all nice and colourful there. Looking pretty sweet. Prices holding up very, very nicely. Update. There you go. About $5 now. Looking pretty sweet. Prices have kind of gone up and down, up and down. Not too bad at the moment, but of course we did kind of dip towards the end of June. Seems to be recovering at the moment. Looking pretty sweet. So, I don't think the small boxes will have that much of an impact on all of these. But as time goes on, I do expect these to slowly and gracefully rise up in price, regardless. If Neon collection keeps on being expensive, people look at other options. And that is a very nice collection right there. And hey, as I would say, if you like what you see, consider showing your support. What small box would you like to see being made next? Because I've got to point this out. It's not the first time they've attempted small boxes. If I could just go all the way down over to here, you'll notice that, yeah, they made an attempt for small boxes. Hey, they made an attempt for cards. I don't blame them. Where's my Neon cards box? Facepunch, huh? Where's my Neon cards box? I can't skip a number in the full collection. What good is complete the sets if you don't actually complete sets? Anyway, keep an eye out. I'm pretty sure you're going to see more next week. Cool. So, as I said, feel free to comment below. What would you like to see next? We've got many skins that are accepted, but do they need to make something completely different? Like a fuel storage, like what we got this Neon storage, if you can remember last year. So, feel free to comment below and whatnot. You get the idea. All right. Moving on. Large boxes. So, you know how I just went through the spiel of loads of people have attempted to make a brand new storage collection? Yeah, we're about to see some right now. Now, for what it is, I've seen this. It looks cool, looks nice. Very cool, nice, perfect, lovely design made by Igor. But Facepunch doesn't seem to want storage collections. So it's nice to see that he's already got like all of this prepared and ready, and he's got a nice minimum viable product. I just don't think they want it. I'm sorry to say, but like, you're not the first, Igor. You're probably like the 100th person. Many attempts. I don't blame them though. Because if you get the storage collection, you're basically guaranteed like 15 skins over the course of like 15 weeks. It's great. It's wonderful. But I get the feeling they stopped that because it was favouring like one person a lot. It might have upset everybody else. So if everybody can't have it, then nobody can have it, you know. So it looks nice. It looks cool. And it doesn't surprise me that's been getting a lot of votes. And it's not just this, because this is the ammo box. We also happen to have the weapon box as well. They got some nice transparency. You can look down. You can see that they have like weapons on the inside. Like each box has the image of the actual thing that's inside it. That's cool. That's nice. I could see boots and a hoodie in there for the clothes. I could see all the weapons there for the weapons box. I could see ammo inside the ammo box. It's clever. It's nice. It glows. It's nice and colourful. It's easy to distinguish. But Facepunch doesn't seem to want storage collections. So you can go ahead. You can show your support. You can say, hey, I like this and I'd like to see more. But don't get your hopes up. Sorry to say, alright? So, best of luck to you, Mr. Igor. If you get it, enjoy it. But I just doubt it, I'm sorry to say. So moving on to, oh no, this is another attempt. Ammo cache, ammunition. Maybe it might be an independent option. Not sure what Mr. Cosim's up to. It kind of looks like it might be an independent skin. If we see another one of these next week, oh no. But glows in the dark, it looks nice. Ammunition. I'm sure you've got like the generic ammo box. I think that was actually made by Milho Frito years ago. I can't remember actually. But yeah, would you like the more up-to-date glow-in-the-dark version? So, consider showing support, and best of luck to Mr. Kosen. Over to here, we've got the Railroad large box produced by Kuba, which is pretty funny. Last week, didn't you make Railroad Rug? Yes, you did. So it's kind of making like a Railroad collection. Okay, pretty sweet. You're going to need to do like a switch or a stopper next. Barricade. There you go. Right. There you go. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with myself that I figured it out on the spot. But yes, that's a perfectly fine looking, interesting, yet goofy sort of design. But if you happen to like that, feel free to go show your support to Mr. Kuba. And yeah, you got to do a Barricade now. You got to. Right, best of luck. Moving on, we have the Plutonium box. Lager box. Sato, what kind of brew are you making? Oh my. With plutonium? Oh, that's going to be quite spicy. Might be a little bit bitter, I don't know. Yes, we have a plutonium large box right here in front of us. A perfectly fine yellow design. Glows quite nicely. Not super insanely, but noticeable enough. And it appears to be on all sides. So I think a lot of people appreciate that. And of course, the no-glow version doesn't glow. So yeah, do you like what you see? Are you a fan? Feel free to comment below. And yeah, best of luck to you. I almost said you two because I saw those there. But yeah, just you, Mr. Rosato. Just you. Right. Over to here, we have the Gold Stack large box produced by Anuba Stunk. We've got a nice little GIF here showcasing it. Look at the shine of that gold. Oh my goodness, yes. We have had a large gold box before, haven't we? Minted gold, that's it. Yep. Yeah, we've had multiple familiar designs already. So, I mean, hey, if you want to go get more, if you want to have stacks of gold in your base, feel free to go ahead and show support. It doesn't have glow in the dark. So, no image of there. It appears. Okay. Well, yeah, it doesn't glow, so what do you expect? But hey, it shines, it's gold, and if you like that, consider showing support. Best of luck to Nooba Stunk. Over to here, we have a glow-in-the-dark version. No, just a glow-in-the-dark skin. Sorry, I thought there was two. PL3 and Donny have made the Anarchist large box. Yeah. And then over on the side here, I'm not sure. Oh, fire. Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. Does everything with Anarchy have to have fire? Alright, anyway, best of luck to you, best of luck to you. Over to here, trash. I'm going to sit here and say it, chat. I'm going to say it. This skin is trash. Literally. So, yes, this is the trash large box. Get a good look at that. Perfectly fine. Might stink a bit. Might stink a little bit. Might stink. Oh, no. But see, just for what it is, that's actually a perfectly fine, cool looking idea. So, yeah. Would you like to have some lovely trash on your base? Feel free to go ahead and consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Segis. Oh, ow, I wasn't prepared for that. Okay. Looks like we've got a Bird of Luck skin. Yes, it's collection continuation for the Bird of Luck collection, produced by Sunart. That's bright, that's green, and that's looking very nice and colourful. And it glows. Wow. So yes, that is another Bird of Luck skin. However, I've seen like a Garage Dawn, a Sheep in the Dawn. They look very impressive, and they weren't accepted. So just to remind all of you, this only consists of weapons, and unfortunately those weapons aren't holding up. But that's what you'd normally see of weapon-only collections. Now, as I already said, sheep in the door, garage door, look lovely, no acceptance. So you really got to consider showing your support now, right? Because that's a very nice, colourful look of design. I think a lot of people greatly appreciate that. And I do believe that does glow in the dark on all sides. Yes, very brightly. Look at that. All there, all there. That will be appreciated. But yeah, just to reiterate, if I go over to here, type in Bird of Luck, and you'll see for yourself, whoop, that's in my currency. I can confirm that's about just under $1. About 80 cents, that's about $1.50, and that's just about $1.10. So MP5's doing a little good, it's doing all right. Crossbow's doing better. Yeah, sorry to say. So weapon only collections, that's what you normally expect, and that's just how it is. So, okay, fair enough. If we were to see some large boxes being accepted, or some doors and whatnot, could things change? Could things improve? I'd like to see it happen. Will it actually happen? Well, stand up, show your support. Best of luck to you, Sonat. That's a very cool looking design. But you do have competition. There was a lot of large boxes this week. But it looks very pretty. And I think that might be the time Face Punch will consider it. All right, so best of luck, best of luck. Moving on. What do we see over here? Oh, it's another collection continuation. I almost skipped it. That's a bone box. A large bone box. So, yeah, we got the small box accepted quite recently. I think it's still holding up quite nicely because it really didn't sell that much. So the possibility of seeing a collection continuation, ooh. Just to remind you, it also consists of the bandana and the poncho. You might remember those. Zihan, if that large box gets accepted, do another attempt for your burlap shirt and pants. We haven't had burlap this year, have we? We did have that fryer, but it was only the shirt. Okay, fair enough. We could still give it a shot. People like that. People like that. Right, moving back over to here. So that's looking pretty sweet. And now let's go search for bones. But do be aware there's like bone clubs and whatnot. But there we are, bone box. Only 14 listings, huh? Okay, well there you go. I told you, a lack of sales, which has led to a lack of listings. 211, there's nothing. If we see a large box being accepted, that's going to get bought out and go up in price. But then again, how many sales does it get in a day? 9. Alright, well, it's not down bad. It's in a pretty interesting spot. I think you could consider it. So, if that's looking appealing to you, if you think, you know what? I bet that gets accepted. It's going to be exactly like the bamboo. We're going to get all the things. That means Zihan might have to consider making a locker. Hey, we'll see how it goes. Best of luck to you, Mr. Zihan. It's a perfectly fine looking collection continuation. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that small box, it's lacking in terms of quantity. And that's potentially making it appealing. A nice potential investment. That's in your hands. Best of luck. Best of luck. Right. Oh, now we've got some wooden doors. Just one wooden door, basically. And then we've got a whole bunch of sheet metal doors. And by a whole lot of sheet metal doors, I mean a whole lot of sheet metal doors. I'm going to be here for a while. As per usual. I love deplorables. It's like 66% of the video. Moving on. Jungle Emerald Wooden Door, produced by House 9CR. I did show this off in the preview video. I thought it did do it quite nicely. But more specifically, I showcased the glow-in-the-dark version. Ah, yes. Quite nice. Noticeable at night time. Indeed. So, yep, that's perfectly fine. Nice green sheen on a wooden door. And we haven't had a wooden door for a while, so maybe things are lining up perfectly. Best of luck to House 9CR. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Best of luck, best of luck. And I think they're building up a brand new collection. Yep, yes they are. So keep an eye out. Perhaps we'll see a lot more of this jungle emerald. Sorry. Right, okay, moving on. Now we have sheet metal doors, and this right here is the fractured frog. The frog, it just stands there and everything just, it's huge. Cool. He brings chaos. Right, anyway, zoom back in. So over to here, yes, it's a pretty goofy, standout, glow-in-the-dark design produced by Voodoo. Will you embrace the frog? Will you embrace the frog? So, best of luck to Mr. Voodoo. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here. Oh, yeah, there's a whole video for this and everything. I don't want to sit here for the whole video, but you could go watch it in your own. Like, they put quite a lot of effort into that. Props to you for letting in free. But yes, over here with this skin, it's a scary-looking mutant wasp. Do wasps actually make honey? I'm not sure, but I can confirm we do have a glow-in-the-dark version right here. And I did kind of compare this with some other doors, and I did, like, point out this glows. So, if you like that, if you think, oh yes, I need to scare everybody in my base, consider showing support, and maybe you might be able to buy it and put it in your base. Best of luck to you too. Let's see if that works out very, very nicely. And I would expect potentially a collection continuation. If you're going to do a double door, have like 3 of them trying to claw through and whatnot. Like, don't just do symmetrical. Do one like trying to dig out from the bottom and one trying to get through the middle and whatnot. That'd be cool. Right, so keep up the good work. Surf Shop Sheet Metal Door. This is a proposed brand new collection from Bed and Ronan. Well, last week we saw some pretty cool looking chill garage doors being made. And what do we have right here? A very nice looking sheet metal door. A nice neon collection continuation perhaps. We'll see if any of these get accepted. But if you like the vibe, if you're a fan of that, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. Over to here, Metro Sheet Metal Door. A bit more discreet with its design. Not too flashy. Perfectly fine. More grounded. People do appreciate something like that. So, okay, a bit of graffiti, a little bit of light for the glow in the dark. Not complaining. Perfectly fine. And because it isn't like super bright, you probably could hide in front of it at night time. Not too bad. Alright, so it's nice to see a nice variety of options. Best of luck to Nikita. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Devourer Door. Well, this is quite different in terms of big scary mouth thingy. So, produced by Kelmer Legend and Crep, here we have the Devourer Door, which glows in the dark. So it's got all these skulls inside it, it's got the big eye and whatnot. It's not Halloween yet, you know. Anyway, it glows, it stands out, and I think a lot of people probably would appreciate that. And if that doesn't get accepted, you could probably incorporate that whole design and make it a little bit more scary for like Halloween. Turn it into like a zombie or something. So, yes, could we end up with Devourer Deplorables? Show support to Kelmer Legend and Crep, and let's see if that potentially kicks off. Let's see if that becomes a brand new collection. Now over here we have, we've got a fridge. Yes, produced by OKEF. We have the fridge sheet metal door. Now OKEF, Does this glow? It doesn't appear to. No mentions of no glow. But what I would say is you probably should have made it glow, because all fridges now do glow when they're switched on. You've got a little light there now. Can you see it? If you're going to do another version, which you technically would be allowed to do, you could probably go ahead and make a glow-in-the-dark version, but have to glow at the very bottom right. It'd be a bit goofy, but it would be technically correct. And I think it is, because it's right there. I thought I was looking at the fridge. I'm not joking. That wasn't like a that wasn't like a bit. Well, you're smarter than I am. Or actually, no. I thought of it. Whatever. You got a lot more advertising there, because I accidentally made a fool of myself and people are going to laugh. Best of luck to you, Kev. You definitely are thinking the right way, so best of luck. Armour door. Armour? What's Armour? I don't actually know what Armour is. Is that something I don't know? Feel free to comment below. But yeah, that's looking a bit brutalist. A bit unfinished. Kind of like the Hostel door. You remember that movie Hostel? Yeah, not very nice. Anyway, yeah. I mean, a lot of people probably like to have that as their base. Hey, come visit. We've got lovely hotel rooms there. Right, so SCM, keep up the good work. That does not appear to glow in the dark. No mentions of it. So, okay, best of luck, best of luck. Ah, trapdoor, yes. So it's like a hazard, what do you call it? Hazard cone. You know when someone like in the supermarket drops something, spills something, maybe in a restaurant or something, and liquids on the floor. Hey, don't stand here. We're going to put this in front of it. So you make sure that you're aware of it. So, okay, that's cool. That's a very goofy idea, but stands out. Pretty interesting, pretty unique. But what if I told you we have a transparent version right there? Yes, a transparent version that doesn't glow in the dark, just to clarify, but there's multiple holes that you can see through. However, having looked at this in game, the holes aren't that helpful. Like, okay, I'll be able to tell if someone's standing right in front of the door. Okay, cool, that's nice. There are better options, probably. But hey, if you're a fan of the idea, if you think it looks cool, consider showing support. I've got the hiccup, sorry about that. Best of luck to Mr. Hiccup. Mimic Hiccup, sorry. Oh, come on, Hedge, we're almost done with the doors. Collection continuation right here in front of me. What's that? It's the Nuke Vibe Sheet Metal door. Produced by Mr. Falcon Costiache. Yes, we were expecting this. Yes, this is also a scary and dreary. Yes, it's a very gloomy doomer style. But I think people appreciate that because the garage door did sell very nicely. And if I was to go ahead and look up the garage door right now, I do believe that is currently holding up very nicely. How much does that sell for? What was it, like $3? And okay, yesterday it was sitting here at $4. Now it's gone down a fair bit. I guess more people have decided to make some listings. Let me tell you, if that sheet metal door were to be accepted, I could see that going up in price. But just to also clarify, it did sell quite a lot. It did just under 24,000 subscribers. Not an absurd amount, but still a lot. Still a lot better than average. So, more than average, I should say. So, okay. We'll see how that goes, but I am sitting here saying that's in a pretty good spot. Only slightly down, only 26 listings. Bardas are still looking pretty good. Very thin here. It definitely looks like it could go up in price quite nicely if a certain collection continuation were to appear. Ooh. So, it's up to you. But hey, if you like what you see, if you'd like to see more of this, consider showing your support. Best of luck to you too. Right, now we can move on to garage doors. Of course, there's a lot of them. I'm having fun. Yippee! Oh, no, there isn't. Oh, sweet. All right, then. I actually got a lot of sheet metal double doors this week. That's not a bad thing. Right. Mr. Ted, he's been around for many a years, and this week we have a Roof Camper King garage door. Ted, go up close. Get closer. Anyway, yes. What a lovely way to just annoy everybody in the server. For I am the Roof Camper King. Oh, it's got transparency right there. Do you mention it? Yes, you do. Right, I didn't spot that. So out of all the garage doors that we have in the game, as far as I'm aware, only the dungeon garage door and the defense door have lower transparency. There might be a Twitch drop, I can't fully remember. But garage door, dungeon door has it at the very bottom. So if you like make peaks and build in a certain way, you can quite literally see people's feet. I think you can do the same with defense, but for something like that, that's looking more like defense. Defense garage doors transparency. So yes, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty sweet, and I'm actually pretty curious. So Ted, best of luck to you, good sir. And it appears to glow in the dark, or it might be just very good night light. No confirmation about glow. So okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll see how it goes. Best of luck to you, Ted. Best of luck. Oh, yep. Okay, so we're starting to see a collection of these. Hey Vladimir and hello, they've made the funny face collection. Last week we got the very goofy looking sheep metal door. Now we're going to get the garage door. So what you should probably consider doing, right, is if you're going to do a sheepman double door, armored double door, or a wooden double door, have like one face but like stitches, or have like like paper clips or something holding it together. That'd be pretty funny. But yep, it's a very silly, funny face garage door. Best of luck to you then. Let's see if that collection actually gets somewhere. As far as I'm aware though, these do not glow in the dark. But if you randomly walked up to that at night time, you probably would absolutely mess your pants. That would probably not. Right then, so best of luck. Could we see some sort of scary version around Halloween? It's in your hands, you two. Keep up the good work. Right. Sightlines, garage door, produced by Sill. It's a very strange looking thing. White monochrome metallic sci-fi futuristic shiny glass. Yes. I don't know how to I don't know how to respond to that. But it does stand out. It does look pretty goofy, and it does kind of look futuristic. It does look like the type of door you'd see in some sort of sci-fi show. For a community on Mars or something, like an airlock. Alright, fair enough. I'll give you credit to that, Mr. Sill. It does not appear to glow in the dark, no mentions of that, and no transparency. So if you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and show support. Another attempt for the Apocalypse garage door. We saw this originally with the Nuke Vibe garage door. I made a bit of a contrast joke saying, you could have this or you could have this, the kitty in a hazmat. Well, looks like Mr. FaZe has decided, you know what? I could go ahead and add some lights, make it glow in the dark. So, okay, fair enough. Do you like kitty in a hazmat? Consider comment below. And yeah, best of luck to FaZe. Ah, yes, Night Hunters. Right, so this is a collection continuation. This is the Night Hunters garage door. Gunya, quite recently they got a sheep in the door being accepted, you may recall. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's holding up. It's a sheep in the door that came out this year. Night Hunters door, yeah, it's down in price. That went and dropped off pretty badly. It's sitting here at 80 cents. Ooh, but that wasn't surprising. We have an absurd amount of sheep in the doors in the game. Absolutely ridiculous. So to see that suffering, not too surprising, I'm sorry to say. But a collection continuation, maybe that could help things out. Maybe it could improve things. We'll see, we'll see. So we've got two versions here. We've got the one with all the eyes looking around, and then we've got the one with the big eyes, the Predator. Hey, whichever one you like, feel free to go ahead and comment below. But with what I'm looking at here, if it's just the garage door, I don't think the sheep in the door is going to change that much. Last year, I saw quite a few collections starting off and getting second like a sheep in the door, then more skins are accepted, and then what happened, sheep in the door didn't really change that much. We have far too many of these. I'm very sorry to say, and unfortunately, the only ones I'm really noticing that are working out quite nicely are either have like an anime girl on it, or they have glow in the dark and transparency. So yeah, perfectly fine for what it is. It's just, yeah, it doesn't stand out enough for people, I'm afraid. But Gunya, you can still build up your collection. You can still get some lovely, cool looking designs being made. So best of luck, and yeah, feel free to go ahead and show support for whichever version you happen to appreciate more. Now we have some sheep in the doors to go ahead and showcase to you. Over here we have the Aggressor sheep in the double door, which glows in the dark. Pretty interesting, cool, nice looking design right there. And of course you can see the nice little spin, nice little gift showcasing it. So that's a very nice looking design. There's two G's in Aggressor. And then over to here we have version 2. Has a bit more orange, stands out a little bit more, glows in the dark a lot more noticeably. So for whichever version you happen to appreciate, go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Mr. Bitrate. The fear of holes. It's not a pleasant looking door, is it? Frito, you must know about I can't remember the name now. From the top of my head, I forgot. I mentioned it in my preview video because I showed it off. But yes, there is a phobia of holes, and there's probably quite a lot of people that don't like what they're looking at right now, so I do apologise. But yeah, that's a sheep in the door, and maybe that could unnerve a lot of people in the server and keep them away, deter them from wanting to attack your base. So, what a great defence. Best of luck to Mr. Milho Frito and Sagadis Willias. But yeah. Right, and then we have Nuke Steel Sheep Meta Double Door. An interesting transparent design. So, glows in the dark, transparent. If that were to be accepted, yes, that's going to do very, 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 very nicely. Yep, I cannot stress that enough. Go look at Bombshell Sheep Meta Double Door. Let's go, you know what? Not doing anything else, Hedge. Let's go take a look. Bombshell, no, Shell. Right, here we are. Okay, so that's currently sitting there at about $11 at the moment. 12. Sorry about that. 12. Ha! So what? That did like 13,000 subscribers. Yes, I'm that weird. I remember, but that wasn't enough to be ridiculous. And hang on a minute, that $12 is a straggler. It's actually $14. That has only gone up in price ever since this like first came out quite a long time back. And I don't think it has that much competition. We do have some Twitch drops and whatnot. But yeah, no, that has gone up crazy money. All right then, so, okay. If we were to see a competitor, I think that competitor probably would do quite nicely in terms of sales and quite nicely in terms of rising up in price as well. That is looking pretty sweet. That's looking pretty cool. And that's produced by Fuff and Gurin. So if you're looking around for a brand new sheet metal door with some glow in the dark and transparency, that might be the option. But you probably already have like Blizzard IDs, sheet metal door and are happy and whatnot. Fair enough. But a marketable one? Just saying. So consider showing support if you like it. And that just so happens to be the last deployable for this video. So, out of all these deployables that we have showcased to you, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to go ahead and start talking about weapons and tools. We are quite literally 66% away through the video. God, we've been talking about 40 minutes. Come on, Hedge, let's go. So we've got quite a decent amount of rocks to showcase. Hypnolian rock. I did make a short video showcasing this. There is a very nice glow-in-the-dark version right here, and it stands out very, very nicely with the hypnotic eyes. Oh, yes. So keep an eye out for that. I think people like it. And then over to here, we have another attempt with the Armadillo rock. A nice, comfy, squished up little fella. Look at that. All nice and comfy to hold in your hands. Do not throw him. I don't think he can swim. So produced by Protex and Macquarie. If you like what you see, consider showing support. Best of luck to you too. Some nice cute animal rocks, but a nice cute collection continuation perhaps. Yes, we have the Ultramarine Rock, produced by Mr. Jeeba. Could we see yet another Ultramarine skin potentially being accepted? Let's go ahead and take a look at Ultramarine. During the not so fun springtime, or rather the February, March and April, because of course the season's different across the world, Ultramarine held out and it did very good. It retained its value. A lot of the skins did very nicely. As of now, a few are down in price, but as a whole, this collection is holding up very nicely. If we were to see a rock skin being accepted, I don't think it's going to dramatically change everything. I don't think we're going to see these go up in price insanely. But the more the merrier, and that very likely could be the first, technically speaking, weapon skin for the collection. Because I've seen attempts for a grenade, a SAR. Recently we just saw the AK-47. But yeah, I don't think that rock's going to change that much. Much like the first time when I saw the first version 1. So best of luck to Jeeba. Let's see if that works out nicely. And just to confirm, it does not glow in the dark. Alright, to anyone who's worried. So best of luck to Jeeba. Now over to here we have 2 hammer skins to take a look at. First of all, here we have the Raiders Toy version 2. And oh, there's 2. Oh, I got it the wrong way around. Flashback. They are attempting something different, so it's nice to see. A nice squishy little hammer. It makes it go boink when you hit the wall. So best of luck to you, Mr. Flashback. Let's see if that works out nicely. I know a lot of people are looking for a nice marketable hammer skin right about now. So best of luck to you, good sir. We got the Angry Rat Knife. That's one angry looking rat. So yeah, it's a combat knife. Don't get too many of them being accepted, do we? Quite literally, because earlier this year we got the Carrot Knife. That's the first marketable knife to be accepted after, what, about 4 years? So we'll see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you, Nui. Let's see if that were to potentially be accepted. Over to here we have some tools to take a look at, produced by Vold. We have the Rust Reckoning Hatchet and Pickaxe. A nice bit of transparency there, welding the hammer together because it seems to be a bit broken. And then over to here we have the pickaxe. This is all one piece, no transparency here. So if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this collection, consider showing support. Best of luck to Vold. And of course, now we have the ice pick skins to go through. So I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, there is an attempt to get the skin creators to make more skins for items that don't get that many skins being accepted. Would you like 2025? It's ice pick. Salvaged ice pick to be precise. So first up here we have the Reactor Shard ice pick produced by Doinski and Hurricane. Give this a good look. It's a pretty interesting design. Does not glow in the dark, but apparently has some transparency. Not sure where it is. Not noticing it. It doesn't matter too much. It's a nice pick skin. That very likely will just sell nicely regardless. Because we haven't had one accepted for, what, 7 years? I wouldn't be surprised if people just jump onto them. Be like, oh my goodness, I like it. I must have it. And we have a little video here showcasing it, it seems. So if I could just quickly bump this up to 1080, give it a good look. And you can see for yourself, that appears to be quite nice and looks nice and shiny. So yes, something for many people to appreciate. So best of luck to you too. Let's see if that works out very, very nicely. Best of luck, best of luck. But of course, there is competition. So over to here, we have the Black Eagle Ice Pick, produced by HSM and Claytails. Give that a good look. A pretty interesting crow theme skin here. That is one angry looking crow. Well, you kind of made it transparent. You cut them off. Oh no. Wait, it glows? Does it? Where's the glow? Oh, the eye. Okay. That's cool. But a lot of people will panic because it glows. But the funny thing is it only glows a little bit. But even then, that'll probably set off a lot of people. They'll be like, no. But you know what? Face Punch will probably still accept it. I like the crow. That's a little clever idea there. So best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out nicely. Consider showing support to any of the ice picks you like. Could it be this one? This right here is the Gravehook Ice Pick, produced by NFN. It's made out of bones. Why don't you call it bone? Bone ice pick or whatnot. The bone enjoyers, they would have appreciated it. But yes, from what I'm looking at here, that looks nice. And just to point out, Face Punch probably would still change the name, wouldn't they? Yeah. So, okay, fair enough. We've got a cool looking bone themed one right here. That's looking really cool. That's looking really sweet. Best of luck to anything. I like the idea there. That's looking pretty cool. We've got the Fallen Star Ice Pick, produced by Mr. Verona. A golden design. Looking very nice. Very shiny. Oh, yes. Exquisite. Get a good look at this lovely looking design. Yes, yes. So, okay, cool. I think people appreciate that too. So, best of luck to you. And then over to here, Conductor Ice Pick, produced by Ico. What is, in reference to the name? I will gladly take you to the nearest stone or valuable ore. Oh, no. I can't tell if that implies you're going to go whack them around the head. But yeah, okay, that's a perfectly fine looking design right there. So go ahead, consider showing support to this one. Next up here we have the Vintage Ice Pick, produced by 9K. Fairly grounded looking design, nice and wrapped up there. Perfectly fine, like genuine looking ice pick type of design. He's got the Arctic hazmat on and everything, so okay, fair enough. A perfectly fine looking approach. Best of luck to 9K. At least he's trying to make it look as if it's actually from what it is. So yeah, you get the idea. And then over to here. Oh, that's a collection continuation. That right there is the high quality metal ice pick. You might not realise this, but Diaz, he did take quite a bit of a break, and in the past he got quite a few high quality metal skins being accepted. So let's go ahead and remind you, because whilst they sold quite nicely, it kind of was incomplete. Go back over to here. I can point out tier 3 boots and gloves, clothing. No hoodie and pants, and no tier 2. So Diaz, I'd like to point out, a great time to see potential attempt for the hoodie and pants again, and tier 2. Just saying. But if you were to ask me, hey Hedge, if we were to see an ice pick skin being accepted and seeing the reinvigoration of the collection potentially, could that cause any of these to go up in price? I gotta be honest with you, I don't think that's going to happen. It'd be nice to see a lot of people realising this exists. You know, that's a pretty cool looking face mask. God, didn't this sell for like $2 when it came out? Yeah, looks like it did. So it did drop off quite a fair bit. The prices aren't exactly doing super crazy. But like I said, if the ice pick could potentially be the reinvigoration with a lot more skins being produced and accepted afterwards, hey, that'd be a lot better. That'd be very cool. But in terms of just this, I don't think so. But just to point out, yes, there is a collection continuation. And if you like what you see, like, you know, nice little texture here from all the other high quality metal skins and whatnot, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. Diaz, and let's see if that works out nicely. And of course, don't forget to say, you know, point out, you know, any of the skins you liked here and whatnot, because we are still expecting the first ice pick skin to be, you know, accepted. Many interesting submissions have happened in the past 2 weeks, but which one will be the first one to be accepted? Or any of them being accepted, you know? I don't know, but we'll see. Moving on, here we have Fresh Corn Bow, produced by Firefly and Netta. Am I shooting corn at people, or am I using corn to shoot people? Well, you can clearly see that. I kind of feel like it would be better if I shot people with corn. Where's my corn grenade? Oh, that probably would hurt. Popcorn everywhere. All right, cool. So best of luck to you, Mr. Firefly and Netta. We're expecting this. Stinger Hunting Bow has appeared, yes. So, it has transparency as well, of course. And currently right now, the The crossbow is selling quite nicely. It's expected to do between, what was it, like 23,000 subscribers potentially. Now, the transparency in the crossbow, because it goes across, like on the horizon from what you can see, that's helpful. That's beneficial. The transparency that you see here with this bow, it's not helpful. It's a nice design. It looks cool, and you know, the overall design does look cool. But I don't think it's going to be helpful. So, okay, fair enough. It is what it is. But considering that, you know, the crossbow is still out there, you know, for sale, which you can see right here. There you go. Yep. We're going to have to leave that till tomorrow, and that isn't even abnormal. Because, of course, we are doing the abnormal bars tomorrow, but that is not abnormal. It's a regular skin, and we're going to have to sit there tomorrow night and question, do I actually want to go ahead and buy a bunch of these? Or just try and stick with a buy order? You've got to literally be right there when the roster rotates to be the fastest bar to put the, you know, bar down and whatnot. So we'll see, all right? But the bow is definitely a nice indicator that we're very likely going to see like a proper collection being built up. So what's next? Well, what would you like to see? AK? A rocket launcher? I don't know, you tell me. Maybe some more transparent aim sights and something like that. Well, you know, comment. Right then, but yeah, I don't think the bow's going to have a dramatic impact because, of course, the crossbow's still technically in the rust door, so we'll have to leave it at that. We have one submachine gun this week, and that right there is the Food Chain MP5 produced by VHS tonight. It is a shark in the water. Oh my, oh dear. So yep, aim down the sight, please. What do I see? That is a bit of transparency and a bright green aim sight. Should be good for all environments. Stands out, looks pretty cool. So, you know, if you like it, if you're a fan of that, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Mr. VHS. Go over to here. What do we see? Oh, yeah, upcycled. So, I do remember quite some time back, we did see an upcycled AK-47. But I was like, oh, it's pure white. I don't think that's going to be allowed. And lo and behold, it wasn't accepted. So that was like 2 months ago, wasn't it? Yep, 18th of May. So, in this current position, I'm probably going to say the same thing. But I don't blame the skin creator for trying, because of course, if you go ahead, take a look at the comics collection. Comics? No, not quick. Comics. My typing is atrocious. God. We do have, yeah, there you go. Oh wow, that is like $18 right now. Oh my goodness. So yeah. I stand with this belief of, if we don't see any continuations, these things are just going to get more and more expensive, therefore making it more paid to win. If you were to complain about like something like this coming out, I would sit here and say at the very least, at least people could afford it. At least people could afford it. Otherwise, they've got to go spend $18 on a single skin. And, you know, that's just a SAR. There's plenty of other instances where it's even more ridiculous, like hoodie and pants, a full clothing armor set. You get the idea. So for what we have right here, if you like it, if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to see a full collection potentially being made, consider showing support. Could we get another white weapon set collection? And just to point out, we also have a transparent aim sight. Yippee! Not fully transparent, but transparent enough. So, yeah. Do you like? Are you a fan? Consider showing support. Best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out nicely. Malachite SAR. Produced by Shedmon. We have an interesting green design. Again, transparent aim sight. If Vase was allowed to have it, everybody's allowed to have it. So, yep, green, gold. Very nice. Perfectly fine look at design and transparent aim sight. So, yeah, if you like it, if you'd like to see more of this potentially, then show your support. Best of luck to Mr. Shedbun, and thank you for the transparent aim sight. Here we have Skullforge SAR. This is produced by Mr. Nolfot and J Fish. Where's your transparent aim sight? You're allowed to do it, just make an alternate version. Everybody else is doing it. You're going to be cool, right? Anyway, moving on. Hey, if they want to be more grounded and stick with their overall design and whatnot, leave them to it, right? Okay? Can't force some peer pressure, everybody, right? Anyway, best of luck to you. That's perfectly fine looking design. So best of luck, best of luck. And then over to here, we have Aimtech SAR, produced by Fresh and Somebody Stop Me. This right here is a nice, interesting, colourful design on a sleek overall black design. Yes. Now, it appears it glows, but it does not glow in the dark. I've seen this in game. Even then, it kind of looks like it probably would glow, but it does not glow. Just to confirm, with what you can see there, it doesn't glow. But the overall white, like, you know, you see this blue line here? Very noticeable at night time for you, the person holding it. People in the distance can't see it, but you can. So that's a very useful bit of night light there. And just to confirm, we also happen to have a yellow version. So, okay, that's looking pretty sweet. Aim down the sight. What you can see there, it's a standard aim sight. Skin Creator did confirm he's considering doing transparent aim sight. I'm not sure if he's going to upload that within the next few days, but keep an eye out. He might just, right? And same thing, as you can see here, it doesn't glow in the dark, but the night light looking pretty good, okay? So if you're a fan of that, if you like the design, consider showing support. Best of luck to these two. Right, close those two, and then we have a collection continuation. Black Ops M39 with some transparency. Is that a transparent aim sight I'm hearing? I'm hoping, I guess. So very cool, nice looking design, and aim down, show me the aim down sight. Isn't that normal? I think it is. I swear when we've seen the likes of the Wasteland Apocalyptic Nomad, they removed the circle and whatnot. Perhaps they didn't realise they could do that. Hey, what it is, it's a perfectly fine looking design. It's a perfectly fine looking collection continuation. I'm not going to complain. So Black Ops collection, let's go ahead and take a look at you. So, Black Ops, it kind of dropped off. Now, Jackhammer, you've actually done very good. Mostly due to the fact that we haven't seen another Jackhammer in a while, have we? But don't rule out the possibility of more. So, okay, you're holding up quite nicely. Nice to see. The revolver, not doing too bad either. That's also holding up very nicely. $2.64. Very nice, very nice. But it's the AK and the SAR. They're the ones that really did drop off. So, as you can see here, looking at sales, whoosh. But then it kind of worked out and just kind of went up a layer. I am not sure what's going on here. That was odd. That was odd. It's not exactly going down bad for a while now. So, I mean, it's holding up to a point. Maybe we'll see some more skins. I still stand by the point of, I reckon they should do clothing armor. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, we'll see. But hey, Black Ops AK, you're doing at least reasonably okay. But you did drop off pretty badly. And then the SAR, well, I think it did the exact same thing. Yeah, but it didn't drop off really bad, then rise up all of a sudden. It just kind of went down, stopped for a bit, went up for a bit, went down for a bit. Hopefully it improves again, but that is still down in price. So, okay. And a rocket launcher, oof. Don't get me started. A lot of people thought that was going to be A-OK. Nope. Too many purchases and then more skins are accepted. Oh no. So, okay, fair enough. It is what it is. It's a weapon-only collection, basically. That's a problem. Yep. So, for that, independently, that probably will sell quite nicely. People appreciate it. But do not expect the other skins in the collection to potentially spike in price when that appears, alright? Most weapon-only collections, they don't really tend to work out very nicely. Very short to say, but it's an observation we keep seeing happening a lot. So this is why we bring it up. So best of luck to you two regardless. We haven't seen an M39 in quite a while, and perhaps that could be the one for this year. So best of luck to you two. So moving on, here we have AK-47s. Let's go, because how long we've been talking for? Ooh, come on, Hedge, pick up the pace. I'm trying. There's 118 skins. Stop moaning at me. I've got to give everybody at least a reasonable amount of words, showcasing and whatnot. Over to here we have the AR Racer Club, produced by Bastaz. Get a good look at that. Cool looking AK-47. A little bit worn out, a little bit damaged. But hey, that's a nice grounded looking design with a red aim sight. So I think quite a decent amount of people would appreciate something like that. Yep, looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. Doesn't really stand out too much at night time-ish, sort of. So best of luck to Bastaz. And it does look like he's trying to build up a Racer collection. So keep an eye out for his newer skins. Over to here with the Golden Path AK-47 produced by Kika. Get it there, give that a good look. Aim down. What do I see? Is that white? What's that? Oh, that's the thing. Right, whitish aim sight. A little bit of white on the very tip of the aim sight there. Okay, cool. So get a good look at that. Looking pretty cool. Looking like my CPU, sort of. Right. So. Oh no, it's going to overheat. No, get it away from there. Right. So anyway. Best of luck to Kika. Let's see if that works out nicely. If you happen to like the design, consider showing support. Best of luck. Over to here we have the Air. The Air. You could have just called it the Air. The bear. Oh, whatever. Bear. Let's just move on. Reddish aim sight. Bit worn out. Metallic mostly. You can basically see a bit of a bear. Where was the bear? I just saw him a minute ago. Yeah, he's over there. Right, well, if you like what you see, consider showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. Slivkey. Look at AK-47, produced by Cobra. A very bright green design, somewhat murky, yucky, sticky. There's a little monster there. Yeah. But it's a pretty cool look design. I want to aim down the sight. The eye is staring at me, and the green aim sight is right there. Might not be good in the jungle and whatnot, but it's a pretty cool looking twisted, yucky, sticky design that perhaps you might appreciate. So best of luck to you, Mr. Cobra. Over to there, we have the Woodmaster AK-47. It has a bit of transparency, which you'll see in a second. We also happen to have a GIF, so thank you very much for that, Mr. Kit. Give that a good look. Nice carved design with a bear on it as well. Oh, wow. Everybody likes bears at the moment, it seems. So, yes, where am I with the aim down the sight? Oh, there we go. Perfection. Get a good look at that. And the bear claw. So, do you happen to like skins made out of wood? Well, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kit, and let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Over to here with the glass flower, produced by 1RJ and 34633. And yeah, looks like a potential brand new collection. Mr. 91J has been around for quite some time, making some very interesting skin collections, and that's a very nice mosaic approach, isn't it? Yes, yes, yes. Could that be a nice brand new set of weapons? Also aimed in a sight. And what weapon skin would you like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. I'm sure he'll see it, and they'll consider it together. So best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck. Oh, and there's cut sights. That implies transparency. Yippee! I'm sure everybody's super ecstatic for that nice light blue design. That would be good for all environments. Chartreux AK-47. I probably didn't pronounce that correctly. I'm so sorry, Monomic Man. Feel free to correct me if I got it wrong. But yes, that is a snake being slowly designed on the AK-47. Now, when I first saw it, I thought it was a T-Rex. Sorry. Yeah, it's a nice green yellow design. Give that a good look. Very dark green aim sight. Might not be the best for the forest and the jungle, but hey, that's a nice thing to see. So yeah, right, at least it stands out, at least it's different. Best of luck to you, good sir. Best of luck. What's with all these slimy AK-47s? I mean, does nobody clean their guns anymore? Skin creators. Unbelievable. Get a towel. Ugh. Right, but anyway. Jokes aside, produced by Hinon and Kerry, we have a very cool looking slimy AK-47, but no aim down the sight image. I am sad inside. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? Well, anyway, best of luck to you too. Best of luck. Over to here, we have the Eternal Rest AK-47. It's a version 2, and I'm getting motion sickness. Sorry. The frames aren't exactly helping it out there. Right. Oh, okay. So, regardless, it's a very nice carved out looking design. Aim down the sight. What do we see? That is a red aim sight and a nice cool looking happy little face there. That should stand out in most environments. But yeah, turn off motion blur. Whoa. Feel free to go ahead and look at this skin in your own time on the workshop. Does that make you feel a little bit iffy? Oh. Anyway, not your fault really. But it's a perfectly fine looking AK. And if you like it, consider showing support. Best luck to you too. Over to here with the Unit 47 AK-47 produced by Mr. Sapesh. Give that a good look. Very nice, cool looking design. Fairly straightforward, but that's fine. Not every single skin has to be super silly and covered in slime. Point made. So yes, Mr. Sapesh, a more grounded approach. Rustic, nice. Maybe we could get a cool looking SAR made out of that, L96 and whatnot. Nice red, white, grey, black. Get a whole bunch of that made. Perhaps that could work out very, very nicely. Now, where's my aim down the sight image? There we are. I know we kind of saw it earlier, but just to clarify, that is like a brownish red. Should be good for most environments. Maybe not the desert. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sapesh. Ah, we've got like a little toy water gun here, produced by Bad Trip and Hulk. Here we have the My Summer AK-47. I'm going to blast you in the face with water. Yep. So, oh, that sounded weird. Anyway, we've gone. Red aim sight, looking pretty good. And yeah, perfectly fine looking AK. A little bit more fun, goofy, but hey, we've been seeing some pretty silly things being accepted so far these past few weeks, so hey, we'll see if that potentially could get accepted as well. Best of luck to Mr. Bad Trip and Mr. Hulk. Over to here, we have the Nibbler AK-47 produced by Karamba Project, and there's numerous designs of this. They have different colour schemes, and you'll see this for yourself. So you can see that stands out quite nicely. Aim down the sight, please, real quickly. I'm looking at a greyish aim sight with a greyish design. But get a good look at that sight there. And then we'll move on and showcase to you the red version. And then we'll go ahead and showcase to you the purple version. I mean, they look pretty cool. They look pretty sweet. That's a pretty cool looking design right there. A nebula. So if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Karama Project. And let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Is that like a very dark purple aim sight there? Looks at, yeah, looks like it is. And then over to here, just to confirm, this is also a red aim sight. All right. Cool. But yeah, They're all like different colour shades of the nibbler. Wow. And over to here. Heaven's Sent AK-47 with some transparency, some cut aim sights. I'm pretty sure I've seen this AK before, but this is a newer version. I'm under the impression. Nice gold trim design. Very, very pretty. So if you're a fan of what you see here, if you like what you see, consider showing your support. Mr. Pigeon, let's see if that works out nicely. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Best of luck, best of luck. And that right there is a collection continuation. Dominus Mortis AK-47 was accepted last week, and now we have the L96. The ghastly ghoul reaching out at you with their claws, their back. Could this potentially be accepted? Well, we did just see an L96 being accepted, so a bit iffy. How's the AK currently holding up? Dominus Mortis. Let's go take a look. It's down in price. Yeah, it's not too surprising. AK-47s, this is just how it is, I'm afraid. It's currently sitting here at $1.50, highest bar is 92 cents. I wouldn't be surprised if it drops off a little bit more. If the L96 were to be accepted, would it change that much? I don't think so, I'm sorry to say. There's so many AKs now, there's over 300. That's how silly it is. It's madness, isn't it? But I've seen this in game and it looks cool. Got the very nice and shiny golden skull there staring back at you and whatnot. It's a perfectly befitting collection continuation. So if you like the AK, consider looking at this, consider showing support. Best of luck to Yan and Denuvo. And that just so happens to be the final weapon/tool skin of this video. So out of all these skins that we have just seen, which ones stood out to you the most? Which ones do you think have a very good, genuine chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. I'm going to move on. I'm going to talk about clothing and armour. Right, so starting off, we've got some interesting primitive skins to take a look at. Interesting for sure. First of all, here we have from Sky Noise, the Bulldog bandana. Give that a good look. We're seeing the good boy leash, and now we're seeing this. Chat, YouTube, I think we're turning to furries. Help. We're getting there. Alright, well, look at that. So, hey, if you want to be a good boy, obey your master and consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sky Noise. And what's this then? Bulldog? Yep. So we've got a bucket helmet. Oh, so that's actually supposed to be together. Oh, I see then. So what I'll do then is I'm going to look at this now, and I'll have to reorder these when in the collection. So let's go do that now. So as you can see, Rusty, that's his name. That's actually pretty silly. That's pretty cute. All right. What it is, I think a lot of people would like that. Yeah, we're slowly turning into furries, aren't we? I'm not going to say no for more bucket helmet skins. But yeah, if you like it, consider showing support. I'm going to move on. Sorry, I've been talking so much I haven't breathed enough and I started yawning. It's not nothing to do with the skin. I do apologise. Stylish Survivor bandana. Oh no, burlap wrap. Sorry. So yes, we have also the burlap shirt, and we also have to have the burlap pants. This is from Henta. Get a good look at this. Seems to be a brand new primitive set. Could we potentially see like a poncho and, well, bandana, might as well say. But yeah, haven't had that much burlap stuff so far this year. Could we see some more? Do you appreciate the designs that are currently being made? So yep, give that a good look. While we're looking at the pants when it's supposed to be the shirt. There we are. That's what we want to see. Just show all that. So yeah, do you approve? Do you like? Would you like to see more of it? Consider showing support. And once again, best of luck to Mr. Henta. Alright. Over to here, Trash Walker. Trash Walker, balaclava, and poncho. You get to turn into the Trash Man. We're getting a lot of trashy skins this week, aren't we? I'm so happy that I got to say that. Best of luck to you, Mr. Teacap. I'm not sure if people want to live in the trash, or maybe they do. Maybe some very, very self-hating people just want to go stick themselves in there, or just jump out at people. Some unsuspecting people. Anyway, best of luck. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Right. Moving on, what do we have here? That's the bucket helmets. So I'll go ahead and show you the bucket noodles. I showed this off in the preview video. It's pretty silly. It's pretty goofy. Produced by Mr. Legacy. Why would you put that on your head? I'm a philosophical type. Don't judge me. You're just a hater. So yes, bucket noodles on your head. I am a trendsetter. Best of luck. Now over to here. This is a collection continuation. The return of the Neanderthal collection. It's been a while, but Zinc, how many collections are you juggling at the moment? It's ridiculous. Not a bad thing. I'm actually giving you some props there. No, that was a bit weird how I said it, but I've had the primitive skins. People like them. Prices are still a bit iffy, though. I should confirm that real quickly. Neanderthal collection. Let's go take a look at that. Also, I shouldn't say its name too much. Apparently, it's considered a bad word. Twitch doesn't like it for sure. Right. That's down a price. The primitive stuff isn't doing too crazy. The face mask's not doing too bad, to be honest with you. Considering it's a very cool transparent design. Let me tell you, if we get those hoodie and pants, that's going up in price. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. Hardly anything. Barders are good. Has it actually gone up in price recently, though? It was. Kind of dipped a bit, but that's June. So yeah, honestly, that's actually going to be very appealing. And then at some point, we'll see tier 2. Yep. Now, maybe the primitive skins might bounce up as well. We'll see. Poncho's still doing pretty alright. Bandana's doing okay. Hide clothing probably could do better. But that chestplate is really cheap. That is really cheap at the moment. Only 70 cents. So, for your consideration, I'm expecting both the tier 3 pieces to bounce up if we were to see more of this Neanderthal collection being accepted. More specifically, this hoodie and pants. I have made a short video showcasing this, and it probably will be out soon enough. Yep, give that a good look. I think people would appreciate it. I think people like it a lot. So best of luck to you, Mr. Zinc. People are definitely looking out and anticipating another collection continuation. Well, we'll see. Now over to here, we have what appears to be Arctic Hazmat, boots and gloves. Oh yeah, because of course, they were making a hoodie and pants in reference to the Arctic Hazmat. Now they made boots and gloves. Okay, fair enough. Roadside gloves here, standard boots here. That's fine. That's looking pretty sweet. So, if you like that hoodie and pants set for the previous week, consider showing support. Best of luck to Cassette and Espectro. Okay, we have a metallic set here. Strong coffee can, roadside kilt. It is a metallic, interesting looking set right here, produced by Mr. Uporn Hyper Monster. Give that a good look. It is like, I don't want to say it, I'm so sorry, but it kind of looks like the metal you see on a trash can. Weird how we keep saying that. But best of luck. For what it is though, it's nice and riveted and it looks pretty cool. But that's not the only grey tier 2 we got this week. For it has finally appeared. Island Assault tier 2 has appeared. Took a while, didn't it, Mr. Uncle? It took a while. I've still got to go ahead and make the recording to showcase this because I said I would do it. But for the past couple of days, he's had some issues uploading it. But it's out, it's there, it's available. It is a collection continuation for the Island Assault collection. And I'm sure many of you are fully well aware of the price that this has been reaching up to. The tier 3 has been pushing up to ridiculous prices. And the gloves, at the moment, there's quite a lot of it on the Steam market. Give it time, especially if we see a collection continuation. I'm pretty sure those gloves will be clearing up and the price will be improving. So, tier 3, face mask is currently selling for $6. The chest plate is now selling for $9. And the gloves, well, $1.50. Now for the gloves, as I said, there's quite a lot of people. Okay, we refer to these people as other people. We don't know how they think. We don't know why they operate this way, but they're not very smart. Especially with the potential of some tier 2 on the way. So let them go sell theirs in abundance at $1.50. Because I don't think they'll be staying at $1.50 if we see tier 2 being accepted anytime soon. Could it be the next thruster? Well, that's wishful thinking, but hey, we'll see. There's still people out there hoping for tier 3. But anyway, after that is a bit thin, and there's an 18 in there, and it's thin again, and it go up in price. They're in a very good spot. The boots, however, at the moment, they are selling above. They're selling a little bit more. Boots are a bit of a concern, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow when we do the abnormal barders. But with what I'm looking at here, and with what I'm looking at here, I'm thinking people really happen to like this collection. What do you reckon? That's tier 3, a core piece, and if we were to see, brand new core piece being accepted, what do you reckon? By the way, if I duplicated that, I didn't realise. So yes, we're in a very, 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 very good spot at the moment. What do you reckon? Will it be accepted? Could we get all of that? Could we get potentially a brand new grey out set? Go for the comp below, and best of luck to Mr. Uncle. Right, it's in a very, very, very good spot. So it's up to you. The gloves are probably the most approachable thing. You could go buy out these guys. if you want to. Boots are still questionable though, so I will talk more about that tomorrow. Alright then we have some tier 3 to take a look at. Yes indeed. Oh my, yes indeed. We've got something to talk about. Oh yes indeed we do. Right, so diesel barrel tier 3. It comes in 2 versions. The chest plate has 2 different versions, I should clarify. So as you can see that, and of course you can tell it's in reference to the oil barrels that we have in game. It's a perfectly fine, silly, self-referential set produced by Mr. Omnipresent. That version right there does not have the sticker on it, so you can get a good look at that. So if you happen to like it, if you find that funny, consider showing support. Best of luck to you, Omnipresent. But you're going to have to look around all the other barrels now, aren't you? Should have done alternate versions. Best of luck, best of luck. I'm sure you can read that. And I want you to tell me all your best jokes. Write them all out. Comments. Off you go. What we have here is the ever so nice and sturdy cock-strong cock tier 3 armour. You'll be able to roam around the servers as a very nice regal rooster. Yes, you will. So, it is the cock collection continuation. He's so happy. Why is your beak so pointy? Moving on, so here we have cock collection. At the moment only consists of weapons. Now initially these 2 skins, they have not really performed that well. Pump shotgun, it has dropped off a bit. Hasn't gone down dramatically bad. Could have done better, but let me tell you, if we get like an actual like clothing and armor set, well, let me put it this way. How mature do you reckon the average Rust player is? Do you reckon they're going to sit there and say, no, I am a fine, good citizen in this world who's not going to dress up as a giant rooster and scream, I'm a giant cock, and just attack everybody for no reason. No. I live in a civilized society. No, people are going to do that. They're going to be running around with their big old cock shotguns and... Yep. So, yippee! Listen, it's been doing pretty good so far. And if it is going to be accepted, then we get to look forward to tier 2, hoodie and pants. Plenty more cocks where that came from. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh, I'm trying to go back, sorry. I think the pump shotgun's probably in a very, very good spot there already, by default. But the AK and the SAR, they could do better, I'm just saying. But clearly, the cock joke didn't hold it up enough to help sustain the price. But it has been slightly improving as of recent, as you can see there. Stagnant for a while, not the worst performing AK-47, but that could do better. It might be doing better now, we'll see. So, I'll ask you, are you a fan of cock? Weapons and tools and whatnot. Perhaps clothing and armour. Feel free to write down below in the comment section. Or that. Best of luck to the Ranger and Graham Cohen. Keep making more. I love talking about them so much. Of all the clothing and armour, feel free to comment below which one was your favourite, which ones do you reckon stood out very nicely and will potentially be accepted in upcoming Rust stores. Sorry. So, that went on for a bit long and I do apologise, but there was 118 skins and I probably still missed out on some of them. So once again, I do apologise. And I do apologise that we didn't have SCMM working. But do you prefer if I just hop on and look on Steam instead? Do you prefer it this way? Or do you want me using SCMM? Because of course it will be back eventually, or at least next week. But do you prefer it this way? It would be nice to get some insight from you, some some feedback. Oh, Heatseeker's doing very nicely right there. Still holding up quite nicely. Price is still $4. The price here, yep, bars looking pretty good. I did make a video talking about that quite recently, didn't I? So, okay, cool. Anyway, let's go get some nice little insight over to here in regards to how everything is currently holding up. So as you can see here, the tier 2 for the Island Assault is currently on top with a very, very high score. The upvote to downvote ratio, oh my, look at that, 4-ish, 3.5. It's ridiculous. People clearly want it. There is a reason why the price is very good at the moment. So, that might be something Facepunch might notice. And probably they'll avoid accepting it now. So just to point out here, yes, both of those storage collections proposals, the ammo and the weapon box. As I said, don't be surprised if it's not accepted, right? It really wouldn't be surprising. But hey, people clearly showing that they like it, and the upvote to downvote ratio there is very, very good. So following that with the Dominus Mortis L96, the Armour Rock, and the Neon Meat Fridge. People seem to approve of meat more than veggies. Well, there you go. Heaven sent AK-47s right there as well, and Spin to Win spinning wheel. So some very interesting skins are doing very nicely on the workshop in terms of votes and whatnot. Looking pretty good then, not going to complain. So yeah, what was truly your most favourite skin out of everything that was here today? Feel free to comment below. And whilst I'm here, I should probably go over and talk about this. So let's go to the workshop here, yeah, and we're going to point out. As you might notice, Hedge happens to see all of these skins in a very nice, presentable manner. And you might sit there and say, well, I am incredibly jealous. I would like to see skins in this lovely, presentable manner. Well, you know what? I can help you out. I can teach you the various different ways in which you can build up your own full Adolphus list, which is what you're seeing right here. So if you were to go over and take a look at the top right corner of the video right now, you'll see a special card has appeared. And if you were to click it, it'll navigate you to that video, in which it will showcase to you the different ways in which you could build up your own full Adolphus list. Sounds good? All good. Right then, so that is essentially everything that needs to be said. We're still keeping an eye out for the likes of the upcoming Twitch drops for FANCYORB's event. Seen them. They look very good. And once they're allowed to be public, I'll be showcasing all of them. Yes, I will. So, keep your eyes open. Some brand new free skins will be available to you at the end of this month. And whilst I'm talking about the FANCYORB event, I should probably bring up the TILTIFY, because that's actually up now. Not everybody is probably fully well aware, but it is a charity event. So let's just quickly go through all the details. So if you were to consider donating right now, you potentially could get a VIP to be able to go into the server during the event. Trust me, there's about 2,000 people that have been approved, and there's only 500 people that could go on the server. You might want to go ahead and get VIP if you can, or get it for free by considering donating now. Now, all proceeds are going towards Hope for the Day. It's a non-profit movement to help people with mental health education and whatnot. So consider giving that a good look. And yeah, consider donating. A huge thank you to the whole team running GW3 for both setting up the event and donating all proceeds to charity. A fantastic event for a great cause. Says jobless father of 11 kids. $500. Well, good for him. Right. Just wanted to point out, I am in my server. I'm doing a special giveaway. Everyone who donates $5-ish, well, $5 at the very least. Everyone who donates $5, I'll put you into a special raffle. And over the course of the next 3 weeks, for the next 3 Rustors, I'll raffle everyone who's donated, and one person will win the Rustor for that week. So if you're interested in that, as you can see, a few people have taken part already. Very nice people, very nice people. Yeah, feel free to join the server, and feel free to, you know, donate $5, mention Hedge in the thing. Also tell us like who you are and whatnot. We need to be able to tell who you are. And yeah, you could also take part in that. So it's all for a good cause. Choice is up to you. Yep, that is essentially everything. Right, so is there anything else that needs to be addressed? Nope, that's basically it. So yeah, thank you once again. Hope you all have a splendid week. And let's see which skins get accepted. Catch you later. Goodbye.